We actually attended the church. The church that I grew up in is the same church my mom and dad met at. Went to church every Sunday, youth group on Sunday afternoons, youth groups at Wednesday nights. That was our social circle, our social network was church, 90% of it. So I just think that's where we committed our time and our efforts as a family. And so I just think they sort of directed us that way. Got married really young, right out of college, or actually technically still in college, the end of my senior year of college. And so was excited to start our new life together. And, with jobs and transitions, first year was great. And then we hit some rocky points, and we didn't always see eye to eye. And I never looked at a divorce as an option. It wasn't an opt-out for me because of just the way I was raised and the fact that it's just it's a commitment for life. When she came to me and said she wanted a divorce, it was sort of like a punch to the gut, because it was not something I was expecting at all. That's when I felt broken. I think at that point I found my identity in my marriage and my identity in what people perceived of me, right? And so growing up in the church, divorce was like a taboo. It was not a good thing, right? It's not a good thing. When divorce comes up, then you feel rejected. Like that's the most important thing in your life, the most important person in your life, and the person that you've envisioned the rest of your life with. Then obviously you're going to have you're going to feel rejected, and I felt rejected. I was rejected for the person that I was at that point. So I made that realization, obviously, in the divorce process. When she came to me and said she wanted a divorce, I was rocked so hard by it that at that point I knew that I needed to turn toward God and lean into Him and dive into His Word. And so because obviously at this point, you're looking for answers, right? You're just looking for answers, and you're just praying for answers, and you're looking through the Bible for answers at that point. But so I immediately sought Him out, and then it's in that seeking out and in diving into His Word, I realized at that point that's when I realized my purpose and identity had not been drawn from the right place. My perception of marriage changed drastically, right? Because I guess my perception of marriage was you have two partners that are leaning on each other. And in actual reality, you have two people who are leaning into Christ, and they're doing it together. It's important to have a body of people that can hold you accountable, right? That you can dive into the Word and explore the Word with, and get to know, deepen your relationship with God, but also hold you accountable to what you are as a Christian, right? And so, life groups have been really a great avenue for me and my wife to visit about the Word, to dive deeper into the Word, to hold ourselves accountable to what really we should be doing in our daily lives, in our daily pursuit of Christ, right? FMC has provided that for us.